So, welcome everybody to some Frostpunk. I suppose. Hold on, can I actually show? No, I can't show. I can't show the logo screen. But this is a different type of game than you usually see. I love games like this. You've seen me play RimWorld before. It's got some similarities to that in the fact that it's a colony builder sort of game, except the setting of this is in a post-apocalyptic Earth. Some many miles north of London. Frostpunk, really? What's next? Settlers of Catan? It's set up in a sort of way where the world has been frozen. The entire planet has been experiencing this massive sort of cold spell that's been going on. And human civilization collapsed. Gone. We're about to go settle and form the last city on Earth. Hey, Bear Puns, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. 10 months in a row. Almost your first year Twitch anniversary. So, this is, this game's a lot of fun. I've actually been having a lot of fun playing it recently. And I kind of wanted to do it on stream. So I figured, why the hell not give it a go? And I don't have any of the other scenarios unlocked yet, because you have to make it to, like, day 20 of the actual stories and things like that. I haven't actually done that. Because I've been testing a few different things out in terms of how we actually get started with this thing. Have you froze to death in the game yet? No, I have not, which is kind of I don't know if that's going to actually be something I can keep consistent. I don't know if we're gonna die. We could very well die. We could very well freeze to death. We could run out of food. We could run out of resources. People could go crazy. People could lose all sort of hope and go into despair. And leave the colony and things like that. I think the bits are still set at 10 to show up on stream. Is this permanent? I'm thinking I will keep this permanent, just because it helps reduce some cheer spam and things like that. It's in the adventure genre. The new Harry Potter mobile game. But we're gonna get started. We're gonna hop straight into this Frostpunk, a new home. To preserve civilization from the chaos of its own downfall, we have fled to the end of the world. We will have to adapt to survive. Who will we become in the process? I'm not entirely sure, but we'll find out. Let me know how the audio balance is, because I didn't get a chance to really set any of that stuff before. So, without further ado, we could set, like, different things for difficulty. People's needs, economy, weather, society attitude. I'm going to leave that all in default. We're gonna have a very vanilla experience. Despair? Danganronpa? Maybe. So, I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can listen to this opening cinematic thing. If it wants to load. Do you wish to load, game? Would be quite nice. There we go.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight.
I don't like strawberry.
Stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly. Without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity.
I am so sorry. I can't help what I like, damn it.
We bid farewell to plenty. And for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step, we knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
And there you have it. So that is our setup. Pretty freaking grim, right? A new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. That we do. Wow, this sums up the month of April quite nicely. Oh, God. Yeah, London. London. Good old jolly England. Jolly good old England. I forget what the correct phrase of that is. But we have to survive. This is what the Earth looks like. This is the last city on Earth. Sí, abril. So, fight the cold. We'll need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Yay! Stockpile needs some coal to start... stockpile some coal. And start the generator. We'll probably have, like, tutorial things popping up on the side over here. I'm not really going to be spending too much time in them because I know how the game works at this point. I'll explain things as I go. But this is our screen. This is what we're going to be looking at for most of the time. Not all the time, but... most stuff. So here is everybody. We have 80 people, and they're all homeless because apparently we couldn't think to actually set down some, proper housing before we started. But hey, we had time to make a stockpile. Did time go backwards? How do we make it back to the Ice Age? I don't exactly know all the lore as of right now. I would love to see the lore explained more into the game. We must defrost Rogue. Get to excavating. I would love to read more into the lore of what's been going on, why exactly this happened, because I haven't gotten that far into the game, so the only things that I've seen or heard in the game, so I guess minor spoilers ahead, is that something happened to the sun, or it was either the sun or this is the result of like super volcanoes erupting on Earth, causing us to have basically like a permanent like sub-zero winter. From now, because as you can see, the temperature right now is -4 degrees, and it's only going to get colder. It's going to drop. It's going to drop 2 levels in 4 days. Currently, it's day 1. So, how do we survive? You might ask. Well, in order to do so, first thing first, we need to actually turn this generator on, but we need coal to go do that. So, in order to get some coal to start with, we've got some coal piles sitting around here. We'll be able to extract more coal from like this deposit once we get the appropriate technology researched. But other than that, and as you also can see, everybody's homeless. We're going to have to build some tents eventually as well. So this generator is our only lifeline. There's a couple of things we can do to kind of, screw ourselves. You can put the generator on overdrive at certain points if things get too cold, which will help heat things up around the immediate area around the generator. But if you let your generator stress level reach 100%, the generator blows up and it's game over. Done. Nothing else. You are screwed. It's nuclear winter, but without the nuclear. I don't think this is caused by nuclear, nuclear winter per se. Volcanic winter sounds kind of ironic. Tents won't do crap. They're better than nothing, right? We're gonna have to be able to research tech and things like that. So to start with, we currently have 80 people living over here. It's over my shoulder. We have 50 normal workers, 15 engineers, and 15 children. We'd also make some laws. So this is one of the big things about the game, is that you have certain codes of laws and things like that that you can pass periodically, and they affect your people in a very, very serious and vast different way. So like, for example, we can pass a law to enable emergency shifts. So, you know, sometimes we have to concentrate on the task at hand at the cost of everything else or die. So after introducing this law, another one can be passed after 18 hours. New ability, you can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. You think I should move the camera? I feel like I'm going to be blocking a lot of text, but I feel like I'm going to be doing that no matter what. You know what I might do? Hold on. You know what I might do? I think I might shrink myself down just a little bit. Boop. We'll do that. So at the very least, I can avoid more of the text. So we'll be able to force people to work in places 24 hours straight if we pass this law. However, using the shift will raise discontent, and also just by adopting this, discontent will rise slightly, I think, temporarily. But we'll have the ability to do emergency shifts. You know, things like that. There's also, we could pass either one of two of these things. Child labor, save jobs. We could send kids to work in the coal mines and gathering wood and stuff. Or we could send them into child shelters to protect them. There's benefits and pros and cons to all these decisions. Like, you know, for example, child labor. We could send the kids to work, safe jobs, so they can go, like, gather shit for us. They can work in safe workplaces. Hope will fall slightly, and child workers can be injured in accidents. Or we could send them to child shelters, in which case they won't be doing anything, but they will be safe. They won't get hurt. Hope will rise by passing this, and providing all children with a place in a child shelter gives a permanent hope bonus, which could be pretty good, but we'll have to actually build a child shelter, which costs 20 wood and 5 steel, but has a good base heating level as well. Make them work for their meals. Yeah, I was going to say what I think might be kind of fun is to get Twitch chat to decide. This is going to be awful. You get Twitch chat to decide where we go with these laws in certain ways. So, like, also, for example, down here, superfood additives. We have a choice here. So we can pass a law that we can make soup. I don't know why you need a law for this, but apparently you do. You can cook soup instead of full meals to feed more people with the same amount of raw food. So, as of right now, I think it's 4 raw food resources to make... No, sorry. It's 2 raw food resources make 4 meals, I believe. So it's an easy conversion of like 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. Twitch chat to decide. Child labor. That's going to be the most lopsided contest ever. Yeah, I'm expecting horrible things to happen. Soup actually lets us make more cooked meals at a base level using less raw food, but hope will fall, discontent will rise, and eating soup will cause discontent. Or we could use food additives. Yummy. We can add sawdust to our meals to make them more filling. So we can do that too. Sawdust meals. So hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly. That's the same either way. However, the difference here is that with food additives, some people eating sawdust meals will fall ill, or eating soup will cause discontent. So that's kind of the trade-off here. I don't know. I don't know what's the best choice. I've been using soup in most of my playthroughs, and it's actually pretty good for stockpiling things. We can make a fighting arena, which will help reduce discontent. Our medical treatments, radical treatment, we could just, you know, make people amputees, and eventually, you know, give them prostheses and things like that. Or we can sustain life. So we don't do shit like radical surgeries and cutting off of limbs. But people will probably never get cured, and they'll have to be kept in medical posts until they possibly can be treated. Can we add the children that don't want to work to the soup? Oh god! And then we have different ways we can handle our dead. You get the cemetery over here, or just corpse disposal, throwing him in a pile somewhere. It's kind of nuts how different some of these options can be. So, but first, before we actually pick a law, I'll let you guys think. I'll let you guys think about what law we should go for first. We're gonna actually start to send some people. We're gonna send some people out to do some stuff. So, like, we're gonna send 15 workers out over here to the coal pile because we need the coal. We only have 10 steel. We have wood, steel, and wood. I'm thinking we might want to build a gathering post over here, which it's a building you can send people to work at, and the people working there will go gather anything in the immediate vicinity in this zone of effect. And these buildings will have more use later too. So I'm thinking that might be a good idea. I think I'll build it over here. which also means we're going to need to build a street out to the gathering post. Sure. Sure, let's build it out from over here. We're also going to need to build more... Oh, we don't have anything else. That's kind of a shame. Let's send... We've got 15 people working that coal. We're going to have people working these. Let's send some more people. Let's send 15 people to work that. Because we're going to need the wood. And let's actually unpause and start to send some people on their way. I just sawdust too. So the gold is reset now? What? We don't want the workers getting sick. Yeah, there's also things you have to manage temperature. So like for right now, the generator's off. Everything is chilly. This gathering post, people working here, the temperature is livable. So comfortable, prevents getting ill, livable, very low risk of getting ill. Chilly, just a low risk. Cold, moderate risk. Very cold, high risk. Freezing, very high risk. Small risk of requiring an amputation. Yeah, that can happen. So, okay, we're building our streets. We're going to head over here. Really, bro? Sawdust is nasty as fuck. Oh, God. So, what do you guys think? As our first law, we should probably pass one. I'm thinking we should either go for one of the food laws or one of the labor laws for the kids. You know, I'm thinking I want soup. So... what do you guys think? Should we send the children to work in the salt mines, or should we house them and protect them and nurture them? There will be more laws branching off of each of these depending on what we pick too. Bruh, not at all. Don't bury the dead, burn them. Need more heat. As a carpenter, I can tell you that sawdust is freaking yummy. Oh God. Food soup. Food soup. Yeah, I think we will go for that, but I'm wondering... I'm thinking that this will be more immediate for us right now, because we can't even make food. We have to build the appropriate buildings. Shelter them. House them. Wow, it's not at all what I expected. People are actually wanting to shelter the kids. From experience, if you shelter and nurture them, they become spoiled as moldy bread. Oh, God. Make the children work. If they cannot fend for themselves, leave them behind. Because I mean, we'd get 15 more workers if we just sent them to work. Save the children. Okay, no, people want to save the kids. All right, we'll build child shelters. So, kids will be kind of useless for the time being. Then if we're gonna do that, I will go for soup first, because we don't have the materials. We don't yet have the materials to be able to build the child shelter, so we should hold off on that for now. Now we'll know how the poor ate in the workhouses. I hate soup. All my life it's been thin gruel and empty promises. That's why you're not allowed within 500 feet of a playground. Burn the children. Make them into soup. Oh my God. So once we gather close to 200 coal, we'll turn the generator on. For the time being, people will be okay right now without the generator being on, is what I've noticed. This is a harsh world. I vote for putting some of the more whiny children in the wolf distraction crew. God, you people are horrible. Okay, so we can build a hunter's hut and a cookhouse now. Though I'm thinking we need to build tents. You know, we might need to house people. Might be kind of important. We got people working there. You know what? I'll send 15 people to work there as well. People who are not currently assigned to jobs will help build stuff. Oh, actually. Boom. There we go. Because now this is done. So people work on a work shift here. So I think between the hours of 8 a.m. to... between like 8 o'clock and I think 18 o'clock, I believe, is work time. And then everything else is free time. So people who are currently working jobs will not build things during work time. But once free time comes around, everybody's off work. So everybody will start to build. So we're about to build 2 tents, which will house 10 people each. Yep, there's one. So homelessness is going down. Just a little. Just a little. What was the choice? My side decided to buffer just as he made the law. We passed the soup law first. So we signed in soup for a law. We're going to go for child shelters next. Because we should be able to make the shelter no problem. So people working here will get the wood and the steel. We also have 5 people working the steel and 15 people working this wood by itself right now. Yeah, look, people have to trudge through the snow. This game is very, very pretty. The game is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, between all the effects, just the art style. You don't like soup? Starve. So we're almost at 150 coal. So we're putting the children in shelters to fatten them up. To fatten them up then. Well, when we actually pass this law for child shelters, can we actually pass this now? No, we have to wait 11 more hours. We can actually pass a new law to actually apprentice the kids to either be working in engineer in the workstations or in the medical tents to help with either research or medical technology, things like that. Or healing people, I should say. So we could make a medical post, but nobody's sick yet. We're going to need to make a workshop, and I think we're going to do that now. The workshop is absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. The workshop's the only way we're going to be researching tech. 50 people working wood. I didn't know having a strip club up was a priority, but at least the men will be warm now. Oh, boy, oh, boy. So we still have 32 wood. I think we still build some more tents. Like 2 more over here. I guess 1 there. That should work. Best way to stay warm would be to cuddle up nude. Yeah, skin contact works pretty well. Alright, we're at 179 coal. I think it's time to turn on this generator. We'll wait for 20 o'clock to turn on the generator. Alright, boom. Generator is on. So, people will now be pretty warm for the most part. In this inner circle especially. See, the generator will lower the needs for medical stuff here in the beginning. Because if we look at the heat map now, everything inside the circle is now livable. And even these tents are comfortable now. So people are actually very comfortable in these buildings. Tents on the second ring. A little cooler. But at the very least, it's still okay. So we still need to build 3 more tents, but we have no more wood. We're going to have to wait. Illness and healthcare. Oh, people are getting sick. I was worried about that. Yeah, we don't have any resources left. We have to wait till the morning. No, TMG is God. What? I'm God? I'm the dictator? No, I'm not the dictator. This game was made by the same people who made This War of Mine. For people who are wondering about that. All right, so we're gonna pass child shelters. Yeah, we're gonna pass child shelters.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
I was so expecting people to be like, make the kids work. Definitely expecting that. Now we have this up. We don't have the hunter's cabin up yet, so I don't know if that's necessarily important. We're going to need to make the beacon sooner rather than later too. Though I find that personally, you have a lot of problems with heating, especially once you get to the 4th day when the temperature drops like that, because you'll spend like 2 days at negative 40 degrees, which is really, really freaking cold. So normally I like to think about getting heaters. Oh, we can't research anything because we don't have any wood. Fine. Fine, game. Yes, I'm aware. We have to wait till we get some wood. It's 8. 9. 10. Okay. So with the 10 wood, we can actually pass or something here for research. What should we go for first? We're not all heartless. I'm gonna keep neutral in the laws. You all can call me the Watcher in this sucker. Am I going to play Vampire and Detroit Become Human when they come out? I wasn't really thinking about it, but if enough people want me to do them, I will. I was never the biggest fan of like games like Beyond Two Souls or Detroit Becoming Human. Though if the game is done well, it probably will be pretty good. I think we'll save heaters for the next research. You know what we're going to do? We're going to research the beacon first. That's probably the most important thing right now, is that beacon. Yeah, people are sick. I'm aware. If we can get a medical post going. Right, the kids are still... Kids are still walking around being useless. See, here's all the kids. I believe. Wait, are they the kids? Very low risk of getting ill. Lack of shelter. Playing. There's a kid. Child. All of the children. Oh, we have people. Nice. Okay, people are done with something. We have 15 people who can go work now. So what do we want to do with them? Can we make a medical post yet? No, we need some more wood still. I'm going to keep those... I'm going to keep 5 engineers, I guess, then, in that case. So we got people working these. Do we want to maybe send people out to somewhere else to gather more stuff? Maybe send people to this coal pile? You know what? Sure. We'll send the 5 workers over to that coal pile. We'll also send 5 engineers over to this steel pile. And we'll keep 5 engineers at home. Because once we actually make the medical post, only engineers can work those. When the doctor is sick or get hurt, get the doctor. That is the doctor. Go, my people. Go. Be productive. Be fruitful. Oh, hello. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. All right, well, we'll do what we can. All right, we need to build this medical post. I think we'll build it over here. And with the leftover resources, we should be able to get 20 wood still before the end of the day. Yep, they're right there. So we will build a child shelter too. I suppose we could build it right next to the workshop. All right, why not? We'll keep it close to home. We're gonna need to build. Also, let's actually send this street out next to the place. I suppose we'll maybe down there eventually. Fight the cold. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. Right. We need to build a cookhouse. That's why I'm building out this street. Did I just get deleted off of a launch? Why do I like XC2 again? Awesome. So the beacon is done. With this beacon done, let's go for the hunter gear next. So we have something we're researching. Let's see. What can we make first? Can we get to 20 wood before the end of the workday? I don't think we will. No. Children are cared for, though. Hope has risen. Oh! That's right, we still have 30 homeless people. I will provide shelter for everyone. That'll be doable. We're gonna have to wait though. Wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. Just, if you fix the problem your way, it's fine. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you. Okay, the medical hut is ready. We can staff it with people. So, 3 people are now being treated. Doesn't have any shelter for the night. Will be forced to sleep on the ground. Alright, well, we have our medical hut. We have some basic necessities over here. We still need 3 more tents for people. Oh, we have 15 more workers now. That's actually going to be perfect. Because when we make the food hut, it's going to require 15 workers to actually go work there. That's perfect timing. But we have to wait for 7 more wood to come in. So let's speed through the night.